Hello, hello, hello. This is Unsighted, not a new indie game. I believe this is from 2022, 2021. It says it in the corner. Um, but I heard about it through a YouTube short, and I became very interested in what I had heard about it. Right? Yeah, this isn't a big one. It seems like a good game. It's got good reviews, but I believe on Steam it is about 1,600 reviews. So it's got like a following, but it's not like a big. It's not Hollow Knight, you know. It's not peak. Um, but I'm excited. From what I saw in like the YouTube short, I was like, this is kind of a game I want to try. You can see there's even a boss rush and a dungeon raid mode, but we don't need to start off with that. I was looking for it, but haven't been. Well, that's right. I get your joke now. Unsighted. I've actually found myself like forgetting this name a lot when trying to Google it. I keep on forgetting what the game's called, but hopefully now that I'm playing it, I'll remember a bit more. Explore at your own pace and customize your experience. Action Girl. Intended challenge level recommended for experienced players. Robot Apocalypse. Will be Action Girl. Will be Action Girl. But yeah, I've heard that this game has some controversial mechanics that apparently you can opt out of if you wish. I don't want to opt out of them. I'm sure we'll like become aware of what it is quickly. Otherwise, I'll just spell it out blatantly. But I want to see like how it actually feels to play with the weird experimental mechanics they designed the game around. I mean, right off the bat, like I really like the art. I guess like we've been beaten up, got in a fight, or fell down a hole. A little Metroid in the tube. Me when I'm taking the train in England. Tube. I don't know. You've collected the plasma syringe. Press Q to heal yourself. Estes? Boom, would you look at that? Oh, and our sight goes up. There's a weird like accuracy scope going on. I wonder if that's going to be like a constant mechanic of when you're on low HP, you literally see less of the game. Hence the name. That guy looks like he's going to come out of the tank and attack me. Hello? Oh, there's a dodge button. We can hoppity hop. There's a stamina meter. Left shift to run. And we can even like jump, dodge, roll. Holy mackerel. We can go fast. We got like a wall of stuff. Which means I obviously can't go here until I get like a weapon of some kind. Unless I'm stupid? Did I miss something? Here too, it's covered up. Elevator access. E. Insert the password. Access denied, invalid password. Is there a law somewhere I can read that will give me the password? Here's a book, but I don't think it's interactable. Oh no, this is going to be like the Cuphead journalist. I'm going to get stuck on the tutorial. Can't go here, I need a weapon. Can't go here, I need a weapon. And this is where I started, this can't possibly be. Okay, Tom, think. If you're designing a tutorial, you would put the elevator password in the room with the elevator. It doesn't need to be difficult yet, right? Unless there's somewhere else I'm meant to go, and then I get the weapon, and then I get the password. Here was completely blocked off though, right? Oh, it's a staircase! I'm so silly! I thought it was like a weird fence. You got Iron Edge. Equip it in the pause menu. Oh wow, look at that, that's cool. So this is for settings, and then map. We've got a map. And we can even pin stuff. How do I unpin? Just like that. Chips. Me when I go to the convenience store. Chips, please. Blueprints. Craft. Items. 1 repair syringe. You can refill it by battling enemies. I guess that's what the percent thing was. Weapon 1. Iron Edge. A rudimentary weapon crafted by humans long ago to be used against automatons. It is a popular choice among the automatons nowadays. So it was used against robots, but now robots use it. Me when I go to the casino, that's probably a better one, right? Hell, if you're anyone but Australia, and you wouldn't even call the chips at the convenience store chips, you'd call them crisps. Or no, Americans call them chips. They call the other ones French fries. That was a big negative of living in Japan. Having to call chips French fries or fried potato. It was always fried potato or French fries. It was never chips, because apparently that's not American. Chips were for the potato chips. A wooden branch. Any chance that's a weapon? No. It must be a crafting thing. Oh, we've got a fight? Potentially? I reckon that spider dude is out now, right? Whoa! Hit list, take that. I got a sprocket. Me when they ask me my favorite kind of salad. I love sprocket. But I'm a robot. Oh, I took damage. I'm the worst to ever do it. I see there's like a combo meat on the left as well. And yeah, we can see my HP thing has gone up to 25%. Metal scrap engine oil. I wonder how trustworthy my dodge button is. An iron ingot. Me when I go to Minecraft. I burn through stamina pretty quickly if I just run around dodging freely. This guy's not too hard. It's pretty much just Monstro from Isaac. Oh, I'm out of stamina! Right, attacking uses stamina. You silly goose. I'm actually going to die in the tutorial. They never planned for someone to be as bad as me. That's insane. Doctor's room, please. Feed me, Seymour. I need something. Memories from a forgotten time come rushing back to you. Oh, the tube! It was me! It's gonna be like some shit like she lost her daughter when the daughter was born, and so she turned to science and tried to give her back life in a test tube. Wake up, my dear. We need your help. And turned into some weird weapon for killing robots. I don't know. So that's how I came to be. 2B, that's a different robot. Doctor's log number 95. Today was a great day. Vaquel? Vaquel? Weird name. And Alma are finally getting along nicely, and they're helping rebuild the city from the last human attack. Alma is a fast learner, and I'm certain she'll be crucial to ending this conflict. I hope we can teach her more than strategies and fighting. There's so much more that she's capable of. By the way, the new elevator password is 1995. I better not forget it like last time. Having to use the air ducts to get out of the lab definitely wasn't comfortable. I wonder if I could use that to get out of the lab if I forget the password. Attention. Oh, is it going to be a boss fight? And I'm on like 1 HP. Unidentified biomass detected inside the perimeter of the lab. All personnel evacuate to the elevator immediately. Do I run? I run. I don't fight. I don't think he can even be handled with a sword. It's tempting to try to fight him. Oh, I want that power up. Holy shit, I suck. I died. I lost 69. Nice number. I lost 69 monies. Which is all my monies apparently. I wonder if it's gonna be like can I fight this guy? I mean, if I died anyway, I may as well try. You can. Stamina's a bit rough. His HP also does not go down, so let's fuck out of here. There's my goop. Just gonna slowly insert the password. Welcome back, Doctor. He's gonna wait for me because he's such a nice monster. And we're gonna leave. Nice. Oh, look at that rain. You might even call it a rain world. Dun dun dun. I tried to play Rain World. I couldn't really get into it. I should probably give it like another attempt at some point. Hey you, over there, you look so strong. Help a poor fairy bot out over here. Biz. Oh, what do you want, buddy? Let's heal ourselves first. Phew, thank you, that was rough. That monster got the best of me and I ended up stuck on this pile of debris. Oh, wait a second. You're not unsighted? Name drop? Who are you? Who am I? Oh? Look at all that grass. Very dear. Oh? Robot love? Yeah, well, why are you trying to go to sleep at 9 in the morning? Kakawat, you're better than that. Don't do this to yourself. Unless you're working night shifts, you gotta give yourself a slightly better sleep schedule. Not that I can really talk, considering I go to bed at 4 a.m., but the 9? Nine's kind of crazy. Nine's for like a one-off rushing a 10 a.m. deadline on an assignment kind of scenario. 9 on the frequent? You gotta work on that, buddy. Raquel? Is that your name? No, I think that's who I'm looking for. Raquel. The name does sound familiar to me. Not to me, I've never met anyone with that name. Alma, on the other hand? Well, there's a monster hunter lady. Why don't you come with me? I'm going to the Crater Tower. I'm supposed to meet Anya there. Anna? It is not 9 on the frequent, so it's a one-off. Why today are you sleeping at 9 a.m.? Was a frequent 10 a.m. and you're trying to go to bed early today. Is this a good night for you? Vana is super smart and strong. There's nothing she can't do. I'm so sure she'll be able to help you, and she probably knows who this Require person is. I guess. And also, getting there myself would be hard. This place is crawling with Unsighted. I guess Unsighted is like the evil robots. I'll mark the location of the crater tower on your map. Let's go! Northwood. I understand. So if I go to map, I guess the underground is going to be like one connected map. Oh my god, it's just like Elden Ring. You have the surface and then you have the underground, and I wonder if we're even going to go one up and have an above ground. Because it would be weird for there to be like only 2 layers on the map. I mean, it wouldn't, would it? But it could be weird. It's time to draw. Damn. Okay, I'll give you that then. Drawing is a valid excuse for staying up late. Maybe your doctors won't agree with that, but I'll say that. Oh look, and speaking of 9 a.m., it's it says 9 on the big tower. What were you drawing, Kakarot? Can I ask, or is it a little Rule 34 kind of dealio? Because that's alright here, Kakarot. I won't ban you. In fact, I support all kinds of artists, especially artists that make porn of my favorite characters. I should shut up. I wonder if it's like a jumpable scenario. It totally is. If I get like a run up. Apparently my sword is not hard enough to... Oh, I'm stupid. I just can't aim. There we go. Tab is a shortcut for map. I was trying to like... I've been playing Okami recently. And so it's pressing V, because that's the map key for Okami. But, no, for this one it's tab. I don't think this is the way to the crater tower. Oh, I thought this was a Metroidvania. You gonna let me explore? Oh. Well, I guess I can't come here yet. So I guess I'll talk a bit about the big mechanic that I've heard about this game. That apparently is very decisive. Apparently, you'll meet like NPCs in this game. And you kind of need to feed them food, and they're on like a real clock timer. And if you take too long, the NPCs do die, and it like closes off their quest lines. And so you're incentivized to be quick so that you're not wasting time, but also to kind of explore and gather side materials so that you can keep the NPCs living. I've heard some people find it a bit too stressful because obviously, playing with a constant clock on the background can be nerve-wracking. But yeah, I'm drawing a white woman. What does that mean, Kakarot? You can equip your chips at the terminal. Do I have any chips yet? You don't remember what chips are? Here, take these. Strength chip. Increase damage dealt by melee weapons by 2. Health chip. Increase life point by 1. Do I have like a limit? So I can spend money and unlock new chip slots. I have a limit of 3. I see. Okay, that's kind of a cool way to do it. And if I spend money, I can... What's a recharge? I think that's just heal? Like, rest? It means I forgot for a second and came up with an answer. Really? I see. Well, that's okay. I like White Woman. That's my favorite character from Breaking White. Mrs. White, you know? You want to equip more chips at the same time, upgrade. Yeah. I get that. If I get a little bit more money, I can, ooh, speaking of, secret chest. I got a stamina chip. Maybe I'll take that over health, because I feel like I'm getting through stamina pretty quickly. There's a joke somewhere with White Woman and Walter White from hit TV show Breaking Bad and Malcolm in the Middle. I definitely feel like those tiny pixels are meant to be are meant to be like some sort of katakana in Japanese, but it could also just be tiny pixels. And based off the other signs on this map, I'm guessing this game operates on like a fictional language. I'm drawing a ZZZ character based on some meme. Have you speaking of like those sorts of games, have you played the horse scale game, Kakarot? I was not gonna play it. I thought it looked like the most degenerate game there was, but then a streamer I like, Northern Lion, started playing it. This way, I think you'll be able to cross the gap with your current equipment. I don't think. Uma Musume? Is it Uma Masume or Uma Musume? It's one of them, but it's like it's such like a absurd concept, and I find it even more absurd how popular it is, even before like the game blew up because of Twitch streamers in the Western Hemisphere. Like it was like when I was in Japan, I saw plenty of the horse scale stuff. I think it's so crazy to take like horse gambling and then be like, what if we made like a human version of each horse and made him a cute anime girl, right? And that I kind of understand. People love to like make mascots of everything, you know? That's I understand. But then the next step of what if instead of racing horses, we raced these cute anime girls based off horses? That's where I was like, what? What is this? I haven't. I did download it on my friend's instance, but sure doesn't look all that great. Give it a try, cause it is. It's not amazing. It's not the second coming of Christ, but it's kind of like a fun like management sim. There's like some joy to be had, and like you do get dopamine when you're like, oh yeah, she won that race, and it's all because of like the training regime I gave her. It's funny like how many weird games there are about raising cute anime women. Like the game it reminds me a bit of, in like a horrible way, is Princess Maker, and that is like that's up there for one of the weirder games on the planet. One of the weirder games that aren't like straight up pornographic, but still weird. So this we can push. Do we want it on? Oh, we want to like make a bridge. Kind of whatever, especially if you miss it. Gotcha. The racing, yeah. The racing itself, it is. So I guess we need a key. It is just like a cutscene essentially. And I like to watch it because I like to watch like the horses like move places. And be like, okay, my strategy of being like an end closer. I can see when the abilities kick in. I can make sure like the abilities I'm unlocking are actually helping. But I do always put it on 4x speed because I mean I suck at this game. There's no way in hell that I am watching those races at like 1x speed. I'm not doing that. But yeah, it is gacha, which is like a thing. So either like I want like a long jump here, or I probably need whatever that ability is, right? You seem to have been rocking PSX. I've heard I've heard a lot of complaints online. Apparently there's been like a lot of miscommunication, or sometimes maybe not even miscommunication, but maybe sometimes even something worse. Just like greedy practices and like whatnot. So what do I want to do here? I can't interact with this thing yet, can I? Oh, I can. I hit it and it goes down. But from what like I've heard of like the actual gameplay itself, apparently PSX is decent. And I saw some people using like the using it to shit on spin attack. Chip increases spin. I can spin attack. I can spin attack. I've seen people like using PSX to shit on Star Rail because they're like Star Rail. You have two moves you can do. PSX actually lets you get like proper turn-based combat, from what I've heard, as opposed to like, do you want to do your sub attack or your main attack? Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard too. Apparently, like favoritism about the Chinese servers, and then also just like apparently, like there's some bug on the servers, and the compensation was incredibly small. They're speeding through content to catch up to China, and over adjustment rewards you get to compensate that, but I honestly don't care about that. I mean, kind of makes sense, right? I don't know. I guess it all depends on execution. Um, but you would ideally want the global and the Chinese versions to be caught up to each other. Oh my god, it's a puzzle. I need to like keep my eye out. Oh my god, I chucked it off the edge like an idiot. I need to keep my eyes out for puzzles because I'm currently at like a puzzle roadblock for the fan game I'm working on. So any like puzzle mechanic that looks, I'm gonna. Can I like put you down? No, I can only show you. There must be a E is put you down. I'm stupid. Any like puzzle mechanics that look good, I'm stealing. But yeah, ideally you'd want global and the Chinese game to be on like the same timetable. So that's like our small key. I do like the I'm liking this game a lot. I'm not talking too much about it because I'm too busy talking about stupid gachas with horse girls. But everything feels very smooth and good. The lack of English acting, not as bad for cats when I hear Morgana. Yeah, it just throws me off. As in, like, they don't have the English voices available, or it's different from the Persona 5 voice acting. Where was the door? Not here, right? Did see it. No dub at all, right? But I guess you can kind of imagine why that would be the case, especially depending on like how scaled up the content for this game ends up being. Oh, but I guess it depends. Like, I was saying that kind of on the assumption. Does this refill my healing flask? It does. Look at that. Let's pop that now, even though that's kind of stupid. I was kind of assuming that it would be the same voice actor as a Persona 5, but I guess they could get like a voice actor dedicated to the mobile game. And then it's probably not as... There's a parry button? I only learnt it just now, which means we're about to like come up against something. Right, that's true, yeah. But yeah, like when you think of like other games doing catch up, I don't have that much. Let me see if I can parry him. I did. I think I did parry him. I didn't take damage there. That was quite generous because my timing was quite bad. Fuck me. Who are you? Squid Game? Speaking of bad timing, get me out of here. I need to heal. Syringe me. The only experience I have with like games trying to catch up is Monster Hunter. And like, oh god, what is this? What did you send me? What did I say? My favorite. Oh, fuck. Big door here. Is there like a save point I can go in before trying to open it? Or actually, might say opens from the other side. I need a big punch and then I can destroy it. Before Monster Hunter, I think it was kind of similar, where they just did like a bunch of... We got a new weapon. A bunch of gameplay at once, or a bunch of like missions at once. Like they chucked a bunch of event missions, and at least in the context of Monster Hunter, it didn't really put in all the event missions at once. Okay, that's not enough to burst open, but I guess it's a... What was the reload minigame there? Does that like impact how quickly I reload? Right, so I can do like an instant reload if I play Undertale well, I think. Which I'm not good at. But yeah, obviously Monster Hunter gameplay is very different from what they're doing in PSX. And also with Monster Hunter, it was only really about catching up on like event missions. It wasn't trying to incrementally drip feed a whole story single player game. So it's a very different scenario. You can hit far away through... Thank you, game, for telling me that, because I might have blanked out on that. So we can even backtrack and do... Unless we already did that. Well, what's up here, though? An infinity door. If you desire to keep living, leave an offering. I have to give you my money? I don't have much money. I'll give you $100. But that's it. That was all my money? No, I'm looking at the... Can this tutorial go away so I can see my money? So I guess if I go here and I shoot, boom, secret items. What's not good content for you, buddy? I'm sorry it's not Shantae. I saw like a YouTube short of this and like I was watching it at like 4 a.m. which is a bad time to watch videos advertising indie games because I'm gonna act off impulse. But I don't think this was a mistake. I'm enjoying this a lot. And I can see, like, we haven't even hit like a boss fight yet. Right, this is like the part from before. Oh my god, would you look at that? Shortcut? Shortcut unlocked? Miyazaki, you did it again? And I can reload when I'm not completely empty. Good to keep in mind. Yeah, just everything so far in this game feels really smooth. I'm kind of just waltzing through it. At least through the tutorial. Taking it in. Trying to beat up garbage stuff. My depth perception... Right, I McFell, which was a problem because it means I can't get that money. Which means I'm probably meant to come back here anyway. Oh, I see. I do like Dark Souls too. I know you know that. I'm one of the few... Not one of the few. Dark Souls 2 has had a bit of a boom in defenders. As it always is. There's always like contrarians that rise out of the rubble. It's like something will be shit on release. Remove stamina cost for run-in. Do I even have stamina cost for run-in? Well, it's very minimal. I don't think I need to equip that chip. At least not yet. I don't have enough. Fuck. It's interesting that you don't take damage from falling off. Normally, games like this will take one little chip off and be like, that's your punishment. And nah. What else is down here, man? This is where I came from. Do I want to come back here? Oh, this is the thing I was thinking of before. Okay. What was I even talking about? My mind is sporadic. It's just going a bit everywhere. Let's upgrade. So we can have one more chip. We did upgrade, did we not? I clicked no. So I could get more health. Remove stamina cost per run in. Out of all of these, if I have one slot left, I'll take the remove stamina cost per run in. But yeah. If I recharge, will that refill my Estus? It will. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 is good. But yeah, it's like other. It's not just the whole Dark Souls thing about people being contrarian. Fucking people. I mean, there's all sorts of arguments you would take about this, but people pretty much agreed that X and Y was cool, but all in all, there are definitely some aspects of it which were disappointing. And yeah, but now that like the people who played X and Y when they were 6 have grown up, X and Y, you hear a lot of defenders, and maybe this is just because I only talk to very few people, and one of them is Andy Wolf Tycho, and Andy Wolf Tycho is a X and Y defender. But I don't know, man. Like X and Y, as a base fell who doesn't like X and Y, you meant what did you mean? You actually hate or opposite? What? X and Y is like one of when was it? Like post X and Y, I can't remember exactly when. I had like a small Nuzlocke phase, and I was replaying a lot of games. I replayed Gold and Silver. I replayed Red and Blue on Virtual Console. Speaking of a horse game, Master is playing it right now. I replayed Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Like I did Johto, 2 replays of Johto really, because I did Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Gold. Um, but then I tried to do like a Wonder Lock on X and Y, and I couldn't get through it. Who doesn't like X and Y weren't still made? That's the other thing, right? And I kind of see the turnaround on this because I think God, I should do a little bit of gameplay, but hey, look, it's the Crater Tower. I bet Van is still around here somewhere. Okay, so we're just making it. I guess that's our goal, huh? But there's like so many thoughts in my head. But yeah, like I feel like X and Y is definitely like mid, and I think maybe part of that of people bringing it up a bit is because there's been such like a modern day haterism on Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet ever since Dexit. The whole hater, more memories coming in. Here we are, Alma. The meteor is the source of anima, the energy that gives all automatons consciousness. Because of this, you're able to think, feel, and exist. Like I like Sword and Shield. I somewhat like Scarlet and Violet. Um, but like haterism has gone up on the stock market, and so I think maybe that helps brings up people's opinion of X and Y. But it is also just like the whole thing of like let 10 years pass, and anything that was like hated on release will become loved. Like water combat in Monster Hunter, people hated the water combat, but now people are like, oh, it's such a cool gimmick. Bring it back, bring it back. And they did bring it back for Legatress, and they kind of cooked with it. But yeah, that's the thing. Like Scarlet and Violet, it is definitely like a good game. It's just a game that does have like issues, and if you're someone who can look past those issues, it's alright. But I was honestly my biggest disappointment with Scarlet and Violet would probably be the DLC. I didn't really like Blueberry Academy, which was a shame because I was really excited for the DLC because I loved Crown Tundra. Crown Tundra is probably my favorite like mainline Pokemon content there has been. But Blueberry Academy kind of did not do much for me. I can give a very cool take. I don't like Black and White at all. That's the other thing, right? A lot of people felt that way on release too. There was a lot of feedback about like the whole, the Dex thing. But people kind of give it a second chance now. Black and White, not liking Black and White, I can understand. If you don't like Black and White 2, that game is pretty much flawless. And that would like have some question marks popping off in my head. The humans, however, think they can use a meteor for their experiments. They don't know how anima works, and yet they crave it like hungry animals. If they get their hands on it, you'll all be subjugated to their will and might not even be able to react. That's why I created you. We have to stop them for the sake of all automatons. So I guess we got like three kind of factions going on. We got robots, automatons, we got humans, and then we got whatever I'm a part of. Let's go back to the village for now. Cannot be late for your sword training with Raquel. Yes, I didn't get to play Black and White 2 because it was still on the uh you should that could be a fun stream. I don't know if Junichi or whoever runs Game Freak would kill you. Oh, the Keldio, that means you wouldn't get to see the that's the Keldio that lets you get to see the cool event with like the three swords of justice or whatever, right? And you learn Sacred Sword or whatever. You could do a cool stream playing Black and White too, though. That'd be interesting. If Junichi Masuda doesn't kill you for emulating, unless you want to somehow find a way to hook up your 3DS to stream. Raquel? I'm definitely not saying that name correctly. These memories again. Is that who Raquel is? It must be. I'm so afraid, Raquel. Raquel? Don't worry, Alma. I'll be here for you, no matter what. And then she probably died, and then she probably got possessed, and she's going to be like the final boss of the game. Hey, you, snap out of it. What was all that about? You got paralyzed there for a moment? I think I remember it. My name, it's Alma. Oh, it's about time. Nice to meet you, Alma. We've got to get you checked out by a mechanic. Let's find Fana and go home. Can we enter the tower from here? Oh, I guess we got our first real. Oh, it's that dude. Ah, watch out behind you. I've considered it, but I need to get a copy though because if I play, I want an actual copy. It's just a really expensive game. If you lived in Australia, I would give you my copy, but I'm probably not going to bother mail it. That's the thing, right? I'm so happy that like I grew up with a 3DS. Let me see if I have it here. So I don't have it here, but somewhere I've got like my. I've got a case full of 3DS games somewhere. Somewhere. I shouldn't lose it because that's the thing, right? Because I grew up playing the DS as a kid, I got a fair amount of games. Thanks to all my JB High Five Christmas vouchers growing up, and like it's crazy thinking like how difficult it is to actually get a hands on a Pokemon game nowadays. They are so expensive. It's like, can you imagine like if like someone had like a kid and then they're like, oh, I want my kid to be able to play the old Pokemon games, but I don't have a copy. Oh, I'm gonna have to fork out like $100 for a game that was $60, talking in AUD here, on release. Like that's insane. What I did find in my drawer, I don't know if any of these would still work. Let me go big camera so to show it off here. We got Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for Game Boy Color. Game Boy Color, yep. Yeah, but then like what was black and white on release in American price? Like 40 American dollars? Like that's nearly two times. I've got Tack on Game Boy Advance, $40, right? This one might be fake. I feel like this one was bought in a maybe like bought off eBay or something. And the picture looks really shitty. I think this one's fake because I got it off eBay when I was a kid, but Pokemon Fire Red on Game Boy Advanced. I'm fairly confident this Fire Red is fake. But Tack and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for Game Boy Color, they're real, I think. Yeah. Because like my first proper game was oh, what the hell is tack? I don't know how to describe tack, but yeah, tack's kind of like it was like a 2D it's like Rayman, I think. It was like a Rayman competitor. I could be wrong about that, but it was like one of the games I played growing up. I couldn't really tell you much about it now. um, but yeah, like first game for me was Diamond and Pearl. And so like when it came time for me to want to play the older ones, which you could because the DS had a Game Boy Advance slot, my family just like tried to buy them off eBay. And so I got like a Ruby version off eBay. But the Ruby version was, I guess, obviously fake and it couldn't save. So I like had my very first session with it. I saved my game and then I rebooted it and it hadn't saved. And I was like, oh fuck. I think we did get our money back from the person on eBay, but whatever. Tag was a pre whatever Nickelodeon Shack. Really? I didn't even know that. Maybe I knew it when I was a kid. Alright, where's my mouse aiming? Oh my god, this is gonna be a hard fight, I think. I would love to first try it, but I don't think that's how. There's two of them! Are you having a laugh? Oh my mackerel. I should be running, I think. Oh my. They do have a HP bar, it's fucking massive. I'm fucked. Oh my god, I'm off the game. Thank you. That's awkward. Well, the first boss appeared and I got my ass kicked. But you didn't see that, so it didn't happen. Okay, I guess it was a scripted loss. Here she is, Vana. Let's help her. Thank God that was a scripted loss. Because if I had to win that fight, I was absolutely fucked. I think like the whole like bullshit collectors market hasn't really destroyed Japan as much for like I remember unless you want like a case in your game and for it to be unopened,